It's built. It's up.
So yeah, like I was saying, you know, if I cut the top of my head, blood gonna come out. If I cut the bottom of my feet, blood gonna come out. You know, blood is the iron. Iron fluorine and iron phosphate is what we be needing in our diets, and we lacking that. You know what I'm saying? Because most of these plants don't have a high concentration of iron in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we become so anemic. Like when you think about anemia, when you think about leukemia, it's because we lacking in iron. You know what I'm saying? And so you can get up to like 40 to almost 60 different diseases when you lacking in iron. You know what I'm saying? So
What made you stop eating meat?
well, my older brother, you know, he turned vegan, and then, you know, I asked him like, why you become a vegan? And he's just like, man, I was honestly just trying it out. And then, you know, I used to have like little acid reflux, you know what I'm saying? Because I was in Job Corps, and I used to be eating all of their food, like, you know, it's kind of like similar to jail food. You know what I'm saying? And I was eating a lot of food, and I'd be smashing that stuff, and I'd go leave like the food court and come outside, and I'd be trying to go straight to the gym, but then I used to throw up. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, dang, I'm throwing up, like what the heck? And then I started to do some research, and I started to realize, like, you know, back in 2015 when I first went vegan, I heard the World Health Organization say that meat causes cancer. You know what I'm saying? And at the time I didn't know that they was talking about processed meats, you know, unoriginal meats, like I just explained with the unoriginal animals and original animals. And so I was like, man, let me transition it. And then I started to study some more, man, and I started to realize who we are as human beings. You know what I'm saying? We got sections. You got carnivores, you got omnivores, you got herbivores, and you got frugivores. You know what I'm saying? And I started to realize, dang, like, you know, I don't have paws that can rip through flesh. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a lion, a tiger, or a jaguar. You know what I'm saying? If the store's closed tomorrow, would I have the decency to go kill a goddamn chicken or a cow? You know what I'm saying? And blood all over what the fuck? You know, like some people gonna be traumatized. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because, you know, they having somebody else do their dirty work for them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not doing the dirty work, so I started to realize, like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Would I really want to do that? Nah. And then I started to also realize, like, I don't got teeth that can bite through certain. I don't have teeth like a carnivore. You know, I don't got teeth. I got herbivores similar to herbivore or frugivores mostly. You know what I'm saying? My colon, you know what I'm saying, is not it's thin. It's like it's easy to digest more fruit than it is this tough meat. And so I just came to a realization, like, yo, dang, you know, we've been played. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Break that down to me, man. The four that you just mentioned: herbivore, carnivore, frugivore. Break those down, all four of them. Break them down so that people know what you're talking about.
So herbivores, they mainly consume herbs, grass, that's leafy greens or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And that's mainly like the cattle or whatnot. Then you got the frugivores. That's more so regulated to the simians, the apes, the humans. You know what I'm saying? They usually eat fruits, and sometimes they may eat some herbs every now and then, but their diet is specifically fruit. Their physiology is made to digest fruit. Herbivores' physiology is made to digest herbs and mainly like leafy greens. Omnivores is the ones who eat both, like, you know, and you got some animals who eat like fruits and they will also consume meat. And then you got carnivores, that's like your tigers and your lions, you know what I'm saying, your jaguars. They mainly eat just meat, that's all. You know what I'm saying? Or they may eat some leafy greens sometimes, but the main thing they eat is meat. You know what I'm saying? And you can look at it even when you see it, but the thing is with with us as humans, we don't like observe and look at like nature and observe nature to an extent where we start to see that there's two categories. Like if I look at a bird, some birds eat worms. Crows, and sometimes they come down, grab a worm when it's raining, come down, grab the worm, eat it up. You know what I'm saying? But then you got some birds we know eat seeds. Because we used to have, I done seen some of my family members got birds and they got parrots and they feed them seeds. You know, they ain't eat no meat, they ain't eat no worms. So that's just showing us, okay, dang, in the animal kingdom you got herbivores and you got carnivores. You know what I'm saying? And then you can also look at other animals, you know what I'm saying? You got gorillas, you know what I'm saying? They eat fruits and bamboo shoots, you know what I'm saying? They eat cherries and leafy greens, you know what I'm saying? But mainly it's all vegan, right? And then you got some animals like tigers who eat meat. So we look at the animal kingdom and we say, dang, you got herbivores and you got carnivores. But when we come back to the human kingdom, all of us gonna eat meat.
Right.
We don't got that don't apply to us.
What does meat do to the human body?
Meat, it causes, okay, meat got uric acid in it. You know what I'm saying? So the uric acid has an effect on the neurons in our brain. You know what I'm saying? It's also complex chemistry, right? So it stops our body from healing in a sense, because the meat is so complex. It's hard for us to break it down. If I eat an orange, it's gonna take 30 minutes for me to break down this orange. Just 30 minutes. Break it down, the fiber, the sugar. The sugar gets converted into ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate. That ATP is gonna turn. That's what it's gonna turn to give me energy. Meat, it takes 6 hours, and if I mix it with some starch, it's gonna take almost like 2 days for me to break this stuff down. Now when 9 o'clock come around and my liver trying to filter some stuff, or my kidneys trying to filter some stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be harder for my bodily organs to function, because most of my energy is weighed on trying to break down this tough chemistry, which is the meat. So it's causing it's causing my body to put more work than it's supposed to.
So what would your best suggestion be for people that's trying to get away from meat? What should they do?
For people who are trying to get away from meat, I always say starting off, do 80-20, right? Because understanding like carbon cells, like they attach so long, they attach so strong, so you can't just rip them apart. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta take time to rip them apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you changing your diet, you actually rewiring your whole brain chemistry. You rewind your whole brain chemistry. So I say, do 80-20. 80-20 is 80% fruits and vegetables and 20% meat. Do that for like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Take 3 months. I say 3 months because you produce new blood in 90 days. You know what I'm saying? So once that new blood come in, the new blood is gonna recognize, okay, I've been changing my diet up, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot, and this new blood cell that you're gonna be producing is gonna be somewhat fruit and vegetable based. You see what I'm saying? So I say 80-20, 80% fruits and vegetables, 20% meat, and shoot. By the time when it's time for you, like when you feel like you're ready to switch it over, it's gonna be much easier. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, peace.
It's gonna be much easier. gonna be much easier. So I say 80-20, you know what I'm saying? And also another thing to add on to that, you know, while you're doing that 80-20, you know, start looking for alternatives for meat, because a lot of us, like, when we eating a lot of this meat, you know, is we looking for alternatives. Well, we want to get full, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of alternatives. You can use corn as an alternative. You can use beans as an alternative. You can use peas as an alternative. You can use some of these grains, you know, like spelt, kamut, amaranth, and make these patties. You know what I'm saying? Take the wild rice, take the amaranth and some quinoa, mix it together. You know what I'm saying? And make you a small little patty. You know what I'm saying? A little veggie patty. That'd be a good alternative.
Yeah,
that's
you
what
make that yourself?
Yeah.
Or
I'm raw.
How would you tell the people to make it?
I would say, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, keep on.
I would say, just blend it up. You know what I'm saying? Cook your rice, cook your amaranth, cook your quinoa. You know what I'm saying? Blend it all up. You know what I'm saying? And make you a small patty. Take you some little olive oil, get some seasoning. You know what I'm saying? There's also a brother named T.Y. Conscious Kitchen. You can check out his YouTube. He make a whole bunch of different recipes. But yeah, just blending up the grains and taking some olive oil, taking some seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Seasoning it, making these little small patties.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it don't get no easier than that. Simple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, that's peace. Hey, tell the people what you do. Tell the people what you qualified in.
I'm a master herbalist. I'm a biochemist by trade. I study the therapeutic actions of herbs. I go out and harvest the herbs myself. I make blends from female reproductive teas to blood cleansing teas. One of them called a blood refiner. I make blends for cleansing the colon and getting all of that intestinal waste out of your canal, your intestinal canal. So that's pretty much it, you know what I'm saying? But during the summertime and the springtime, I'm out here, you know, harvesting the herbs. I'm also a scientist, so I like to research different type of herbs. Like, so I might travel to a certain geographical area and, you know, find out, like, learn more about different herbs. So.
What's your name?
Cosmo.
Tell them how to get in touch with you if they want to learn some more.
If you want to get in touch with me, y'all can hit me up on my Facebook. I'm on there, Cosmo Sage. I'm on Instagram, Cosmo Sage. I'm on YouTube, it's Cosmo Sage.
Spell it out to the people.
COSMOSAGE, Cosmo Sage. I'm also, you can also email me at Earthroot Botanicals, and my website is earthrootbotanicals.com. Also make tonics as well. You know what I'm saying? All different type of tonics, you know, to cleanse the colon for women who got hormonal balances. But my objective is to bring us back to our original diet. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about this, like, if you think about it, you sit back and you look and you say to yourself, like, dang, you know, the Chinese, you know, they got laboratories and they sat down and they actually studied their genealogy. You know, they sat down and, dang, you know what? Hey, this is the best food for us as Chinese people. The Indians did it too. You know, this is true. Chinese is called the yin yang diet. The yin yang diet, it got three yins, which is 3 alkalines and 1 acid. Then you got the Indians over here, they got the Ayurvedic diet. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then we go over there to the Japanese, they got the microbiotic diet. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then we come over here to the Caucasian, and he got the allopathic diet. Mm-hmm. But we got JJ's Fish and Chicken. You know what I'm saying? We got JJ's Fish and Chicken, we got Burger King, we got McDonald's. Who has went into the research and studied us and said, you know what, this is for us. The Jamaicans, you go to Jamaica, they can eating plantains and they eating, you know, callaloo. I'm talking about
banana.
Exactly, the plantain. So you
No,
got
I'm
so,
talking about banana.
but now you talking about the burros.
Banana bread and all that too.
So they got something for them, but for us, as you know, these as original people in the wilderness of North America, you know, we don't got much. You know what I'm saying? We took the slob and we eating chitlins, we eat macaroni and cheese, yams. Like we sit back and take some potatoes, that's sweet potatoes, and add sugar to it. What's the sense of it being sweet potato? It's already sweet. Why are you adding sugar to it? You know what I'm saying? It's called a sweet potato. You now you trying to make some diabetes potatoes.
Is that to say that they said nature didn't know what they was doing?
Exactly, bro. We don't know what we doing. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what we doing. We lost, and this is the reason. We would think that, man, we gotta go ahead and march, man, and we gotta go ahead and study the government and politics, and we gotta do all this other stuff. But nobody sat back and said, you know what? Before I go across the country, let me just address what's on my plate right here.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? You know what I'm saying? And what effects can it have on my brain? Because the brain, in order for you to build the brain, build the blood, build the bones, you need minerals. And the minerals got to be replaced. The brain is carbon and copper and potassium. The blood is iron phosphate. The bones is calcium phosphate. The reproductive organs is phosphorus and zinc. The lungs is sulfate. So if these minerals got to be replaced, then I got to make sure I'm getting these minerals in every day so I can be building God body. But if I'm not getting the minerals in, then what's going to happen? Disease is going to start manifesting. Then you talk about bacteria, you talk about viruses, you talk about all these different disorders, and you would think like, dang, I caught this, or I'm getting this, or I caught the flu. You can't catch a flu. The flu is not something. The flu, if you look up the word flu and turn it, it said the flu is the word for flu is influenza, right? The scientific word for flu is orthomyoverde. Ortho means straight, myo means mucus, verde means virus. So you got a straight mucus virus. Well, where did the mucus come from? The bread that you eat, the cornbread, the macaroni and cheese.
So how do we stay away from getting the flu?
How do you stay away from getting?
Yeah, how do we?
You stay away from getting the flu by getting your minerals in and stop eating things that don't belong to your chemistry. Stop eating things that cause overproliferation of mucus in your body. So foreign things like that's not plants, mainly starches. You know what I'm saying? The starches is the reason why a lot of us sick, because we eating a lot of starches.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to stay away from that stuff because it clogs the system up. Mm-hmm. In school they teach us this. They say what they say in school is the pump of the body. The heart. The heart ain't the pump. We know if I got a bike, right, and I'm pumping my bike, we talking about a pump. Mm-hmm. What am I doing? Contracting and expanding mm-hmm. something. So we know pumps contract and expand, mm-hmm. right? Expanding, contracting. Mm-hmm. What on my body expands and contracts? My lungs. Yep. So the heart ain't the pump, the lungs is the pump. Mm-hmm. The body is an air pipe system.
Yeah. You
got little pipes, the capillaries, the blood vessels, the colon, the brain. You got all of these different pipes in your system. So once the pipes get clogged up, then you got problems.
Oh yeah. That's peace, man. I love that bill. You got anything to ask me? Anything to ask me? Hey, I appreciate you building with us like that, man. We need your dietary laws. Some people are gonna jump in your inbox. Some people are gonna jump in your email. Some people are gonna hit you on Facebook and make new friends with you. Some people shy, but they'll get there. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put it out there. We'll get to it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say peace right now, and hopefully you come back and do it again with us.
Man, I'm always here, man. We gotta get right, bro. We gotta get right. I'm always here for us. I'm always gonna be talking about this. I ain't going nowhere. I get on platforms, I get kicked off, they shut me down, they shut me up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be here speaking this because it's no sense for babies to be walking around with runny noses. You know what I'm saying? There's no sense for us, you know, our uncles and aunties dying and they cutting out our gallbladder, cutting out our thyroids, taking organs, giving us inorganic rocks as pills that we can't even take or digest in our body. Like they making us more sick. And it's the time that we living in is that time for us to wake up. There's no, the time for common sense has arisen. You know, and it's that time, so we can no longer be afraid. You know, we gotta respect our mama, our mother nature. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stand on our square, right and exact.
Okay, that's peace.
It's peace.
Peace. I love it. Give me your name one more time and then we out.
Cosmo Sage. COSMO Sage. SAGE. The reason, let me tell y'all too. The reason why I say Cosmo Sage is because you know sage is one of the best herbs to help clear audience, clear avoidance, clear sentience. It actually boosts all your 5 senses to a higher level. You know what I'm saying? So you want clarity, go get on that sage. Like I said, all my page, my Instagram is Cosmo Sage, my Facebook is Cosmo Sage, and then my website is gonna be dropping soon. Earth Root Botanicals.
Earth
Root Botanicals.
Botanicals.
Tap in.
Earth Root Botanicals. Peace.